Cruelty is a dangerous weapon, one that often feels satisfying in the moment. When someone uses it against you, they might think they've won, convinced that your pain will break you, leave you shattered and defeated. But here's the twist. Cruelty doesn't always crush its target. In fact, it can backfire. When they hurt you, they set something unexpected in motion. Instead of yielding to their blows, you learn how to absorb them. Each insult, each betrayal, becomes fuel for something more. Rather than breaking under the weight of their cruelty, you let it mold you. Pain becomes a strange kind of ignition, a spark that turns into an uncontrollable fire. What they don't understand is that pain doesn't just harm, it transforms, it strengthens. It forges a resilience you never knew you had. The cuts they inflicted may leave scars, but those scars become your armor. You emerge from the ashes not weaker, but fiercer, more determined, and ready to prove that cruelty can only make you stronger, not weaker. They thought they were breaking you, but instead they were creating something far more dangerous, something they didn't see coming. It's almost impossible to understand the power of cruelty until you've lived through it. When you're on the receiving end, it feels like you're the victim, exposed, vulnerable, and defeated. The world seems to mock your pain, and the people who've betrayed or humiliated you might think they've won. But what they don't realize is that the moment they try to break you, they're planting the seeds for your transformation. Enduring cruelty isn't just about surviving, it's about evolving. The humiliation and betrayal you've suffered don't define you. They shape you into something else. The victim mindset fades as you realize something critical. The ones who hurt you never knew what they were awakening. Every betrayal, every moment of shame becomes a catalyst for something greater. What once left you powerless now fuels an inner strength. Instead of staying small, you rise, you adapt. What felt like an ending becomes a beginning, a powerful metamorphosis where the victim becomes the predator. You are no longer defined by what they did to you. You are now shaped by your ability to rise above it, to use it as a stepping stone toward your own power. The ones who once thought they had you in their grasp, they're about to realize that the real threat wasn't the victim you were, but the force you've become. At first glance, cruelty might seem like strength, like the person who's dishing it out is in control, unbothered and powerful. But take a closer look and you'll see something different. Cruelty is often nothing more than a mask, hiding deep-rooted fear and insecurity. The ones who wield it aren't the strong ones. They're the fragile ones, desperate to feel in control because inside, they're terrified of losing it. Think about it. True strength doesn't need to hurt others to feel powerful. It doesn't need to degrade or belittle. Genuine power is quiet, confident, and rooted in self-assurance. The people who lash out with cruelty are often the ones who fear being exposed for who they really are, weak, uncertain, and vulnerable. Their attacks are just an attempt to cover up their own insecurities. Real dominance isn't about making others feel small. It's about lifting them up, even when they seem weaker. The difference between strength and false dominance is this: strength builds, while cruelty destroys. True power comes from knowing your worth without needing to tear anyone else down. Those who rely on cruelty to prove their strength are only hiding their own fragility, too afraid to face the truth that they are the ones who need healing. When you've been hurt, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking revenge. You want to make them feel what you felt, to see them suffer like you did. But here's the thing: vengeance doesn't heal you. It only keeps you locked in the same cycle of pain, keeping you chained to the past, unable to move forward. True healing begins when you stop feeding that fire of anger and choose something different: compassion. It might sound counterintuitive, but choosing healing over vengeance is the most powerful decision you can make. Compassion doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. It means understanding that their cruelty is a reflection of their own pain, not yours. When you embrace kindness, not as a weakness, but as a strength, you break the chains that bind you. You stop carrying the weight of past hurts, choosing to release the need for retribution. Instead of letting pain define you, you let it refine you. This choice doesn't make you soft, it makes you stronger. By breaking that cycle, you take back control. Healing is not about forgetting, it's about transcending. You rise above the pain, showing that your power isn't in retaliation, but in your ability to rise above it all with grace and strength. Now that's real power. Scars are often seen as reminders of pain, but what if they could be something more? What if every scar you carry could become a symbol of strength? Every mark, every wound tells a story, not of defeat, but of survival. When you faced the worst and still stood tall, those scars aren't just signs of what you've endured, they're badges of honor. As you turn your pain into power, your scars transform into armor. They don't weaken you, they protect you. They remind you of how far you've come, how much you've survived, and how much more you're capable of. The world may try to break you, but with each scar you become unbreakable. Your spirit becomes indestructible. It's no longer about avoiding pain or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to fuel your growth. You reclaim your power not by escaping your past, but by owning it. And in that ownership, you take back your destiny. You no longer let life's circumstances define you. Instead, you use every challenge, every struggle, to shape a future that's entirely yours. Your indestructible spirit is the one thing no one can ever take from you. Now, nothing can stop you,